Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today I want to show you 3 new designs for everyday carry bags. These come from a company right here, JS Design. They are handmade, they are excellent. They're really slick looking EDC bags, a lot of functionality and quality materials. So here's a look at the first one, and I'm going to talk through all the features and functions in a minute, but just to give you an overview. There's the front side, there's your back side for the first one. There's number 2, a little bit different design. There's the back side. That's what the strap looks like right there. Again, design number 2. And there's your third one, front side and the back side as well. So first thing I want to tell you is I have links down below in the description section if you want to head over to Etsy and check out what he's got. He's got bags, he's got some like EDC pouches, just really cool design. So let me talk through this one first, the features and functions, the pockets, and yeah, maybe this fits into your everyday carry system. I just noticed that those trees behind me, they're all growing at an angle, so it almost looks like I was standing on a hill. But anyhow, I am on a flat space. Those trees are growing at an angle. I re-angled the camera. So anyhow, let's focus on this right now. So this is the first bag we're going to talk about. As you can see, we've got this pocket in the front. This is that Hypalon material, so you can run some sort of Molly attachment system. If you want to put another pouch on the front, you could certainly run like a multi-tool or something, as long as it's secure so it doesn't come falling off. But that's that front section. You can see the zipper goes down here to this corner, zip up, and then all the way around. And now you've got organization inside. So we've got a lanyard for a keychain or for something like that. You can see on this low side, we've got a pocket mesh. You can see through there. You can put gear. Here we've got a attachment system. So this is all elastic, so you can put different pieces of, gear items, pens. I always have a tied to go stick in there. You can put medical items in, and this thing peels out so that if you just want to put something in, just right up against that has hook and loop, or just throw some items in without any organization, you can do that as well. Here's what this little black organization system looks like. Big panel of Velcro on the back, which is great. So when you put this in, it's not going to move all over the place on you. It's going to stay in place. So I'll zip this up. Now we've got the main pocket. Again, the zipper goes all the way down here, so it's not, hard to get into, hard to access. Open this up, and inside you can see there's an option if you want to do CCW. You can set that up. You can take the panel from here and put it in here as well. Just take this out of the way so you can see, quite a bit of space in there to organize your gear. Flip it around to this side, and you can see we've got another zippered mesh pocket there as well. You can see the snap there, so if you wanted to have this partially open or even mostly open, let me just zip it up here real quick, and then use this, let me zip it all the way to the top there, use this as the opening system as opposed to unzipping it. Just pulling on this tab will allow you to have access to whatever's in the bag. Obviously, the setup there is kind of CCW with CCW in mind. But that's what that looks like to zip it all the way up. Snap this thing into place. Now you've got a quick access option by pulling on that tab. All right, on the back here we have a QD clip. You can see this little tab here. It's kind of cool. When you press this in, it's going to lock it into place. So even if you squeeze the two side, basically kind of trigger mechanisms, it's not going to unlock until you pull on this and then squeeze, and then you can open it up. So it's not going to accidentally fall off of you. So lock that in. You can set this up from, basically your shoulder down to one side or the other side. And just to show you real quick, throw this over your shoulder and then you can cinch it up. Let me readjust the camera now so you can see what it actually looks like on me. So here's a look at it, obviously strung from my left shoulder down to my right side. And if I want to grab the bag, just swing it around like this. And when it comes around, it sits nice and solid like this, right? So let me point the camera down just a little bit more so you can see. But it's not like it's falling all over the place. It rests there really nicely. I can access anything I want when I'm done. Swing it around on my back and rock and roll. Here's a look at it on my back. And if you want to, cinch it up so it rides higher, you can do that. If you want it to ride lower, you can do that as well. So this is your first EDC bag item from JS Design. Here's the second design here. I do want to mention they have a variety of, or he has a variety of different colors. So when you get onto the Etsy website, if you're like, I like that green, I'm going to go with that instead. I did see a variety of different color options there. So similar to the first one, we have that kind of Hypalon material on the front, so you can attach gear there. Zips all the way around, not to the bottom obviously, about 3/4 of the way. Open up, for internal organization. No hook and loop here, but you've got like this internal pocket. You got your lanyard, and then you've got here a bunch of elastics to organize your gear inside. Close this up, and then access the main pocket with zips that go 3/4 of the way around. Open it up inside, and you can see you've got a place where you can put some gear in there. This is going to go down. You do have a nice deep pocket here as well, and then obviously, you know, throwing something in there, easy to access it. This one has a bit less of the kind of internal organization, so it's more putting, you know, a handful of pieces of gear in there. For me, I'm thinking about this, and particularly like carrying, you know, a bunch of books, an iPad, something like that. So let me show you the back section here. There's lots of kind of functions and features when you flip around to the back side here. So you can see kind of this panel here, and then you can see we got this little D-ring, we got a snap. Open this up. Now we have access to this internal pocket that rests up against your body. So obviously, you know, depending on what you got running in there and how you have it set up, there's some more hypalon inside. You have something that's right up close next to your body, which is good. Do have a carrying handle on the top, 2 D-rings. So you can set this up. There's a variety of different ways you can carry this guy. So if you want to carry it basically just like a, kind of like an over-the-shoulder bag, or over the shoulder, let me start like this. Over the shoulder, you can carry it like this. Carry it like over your head, and on one shoulder, you can carry it like that. Now because of these D-rings here, you can unclip this, and you could throw this basically from one side and then down to a bottom corner here. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Clip it here. And now you basically turn this back into kind of like a sling bag design. And let me throw it around like this. So now it's riding in the center of my back as opposed to kind of on my side. But once again, let me drop this angle down here again. When you swing it around, it's going to rest right there, not at a weird angle, not falling on you, which is awesome. And then you can access your gear, you know, whatever you want to get into quite easily. So that's your second bag. Let me unclip this. Obviously, if you want to run it like on your, from your right shoulder down to your left side, you can do that as well. And then obviously you can, and then also you can cinch this up. So if you want it to be a really short strap, you can do that. If you want it to be longer, you can do that as well. Bag number 2 from JS Design. All right, here's our third design. This one's got that kind of honeycomb look, more of the hypalon again, so you can attach gear all over it. Here's one pocket, zip it down, and you have access into a large internal section. Zipper pocket inside this pocket. You have a zipper pocket to organize gear. Over on this side, you've got a bunch of basically elastic stitched in, so about pen size, and then some larger ones. So this is stitched up here, right? So you can unzip this and access it from either side. So I was like, where the heck is that zipper going to? But the zipper, which is down here on the bottom, is going to zip up, and then basically it's going to go under this stitched section, which is a little bit hard to do from the angle I'm at here. But it goes underneath the stitch section and then comes down the other side. So basically, depending on how you have the zippers set up, you can access it right-hand side or left-hand side. So right now with these 2 zippers here, obviously it's easiest to do this. But if I pull these zippers through to the other side, all right, so now you can see they're on this side, so I can access the bag in this way. So just really ingenious design. Depending on how you sling it and where it's going to land on you, you can access a different way. I'm trying to think, when I run a like a sling bag or a shoulder bag like that, I generally, trying to think, I get out of my car and I think I tend to throw it on this way, like this, right? Which means if I sling this around here, this is where I want my zippers, on this side, not on the other side. With this bag, you can set it up either way. All right, so that's just for this front section. When you get to the main section, we've got the pull tab set up again. So when you pull on this thing, it's gonna access into another section of the bag. And obviously, CCW is the concept. You've got hook and loop here, or basically the part that can receive a hook and loop or receive a Velcro. You got organization in here with some elastic bands. Perfect size for, I don't want to say perfect size, a good size for most magazines, I would say. Then you've got your pocket here if you want to put some gear in there as well. Certainly you don't have to run this clip. You can just tuck it out of the way, run the zippers up normally like that, and then just unzip it when you want to access your gear. Now the other thing is that on the back we've got another one of these clips, but on the bottom we've got this clip that goes to basically this D-ring that runs either way. So if you want to run it on your, since this is in the middle, you can run it on your right hand side or your left hand side. So let's say I slide it over to this side. Now I'm going to run it like this. And then I'm like, no, actually I want to do it the other way. Take it off. It was here. Slide it over here. Now I'm going to run it on this side instead. We do have a little bit of padding in the strap here. It's going to be totally fine because based on the size of the bag, unless you're carrying bricks for, you know, some random reason, you're not going to have a ton of heavy gear in here. It's enough that this should be totally fine to, you know, basically to keep it comfortable. We do have the section that'll organize your excess, you know, the rest of the webbing. And then again, like I said, when you swing it around, all these, I gotta readjust this camera again, but all these bags fall nicely and they land in such a way that it's not like this, it's not leaning over like that. I've got access to it and now I can unzip, get into the bag, whatever I want to do. All right, so I'll tell you guys, I've dug around on the Etsy website, and just today when I was actually looking for a couple more details, it noted that they've gotten multiple star reviews in the past week, or I think maybe even the last couple days it said. And I can tell you that it looks like there's a lot of satisfied customers. Price point for these bags is right around $80 to $90. Now again, these are like, somebody's putting time and effort into make each bag. This is not a production line that's just pumping out tons of gear. So to have somebody design something and then make it and then put it online and to be able to get it for, say, 90 bucks, I just think that's an awesome deal. The quality is right there. It's unique in that it's JS design. It's not some massive company. Again, I don't have anything against bigger companies, but that kind of hometown feel I think is pretty cool. Perhaps there's a particular feature that you're like, I'd love to have this to be hook and loop instead of Hypalon. He might be able to do that for you because he's making these bags himself. So if you want to reach out, maybe pay a little bit more for that custom design, he could probably do that for you. But these have been great. I mean, the quality is good. This for me is not a work bag because I almost always have my laptop with me for work. But the larger one, you know, carrying an iPad in it, carrying some books, throw your phone in there. If you're going to the city for the day, you're like, I just want a small bag to carry, like, you know, a small water bottle, a vapor, one of those roll-out vapor water bottles, you know, some cash, credit card, ID, something like that. This could be a great bag to have with you. And you could certainly fit like a rolled up poncho or something like that in one of these bags as well. So definitely a big thumbs up for JS Design. I like what he's doing. I hope he creates more bags in the future as well. Again, I'll link down below in the description section if you want to head over to his Etsy website or Etsy page, I guess we say, and check it out. And if you make a purchase, let him know you watched this video on Everyday Tactical Vids YouTube channel. That'll help him know that we got the word out and some people responded to it. So JS Design, slick EDC bags. Like I said, they do have some small EDC organizational pouches as well. Let me hear your thoughts and your feedback, especially if you have purchased one of these or, yeah, you know, had somebody that you know who's used one of these bags. Feedback is always helpful on that level. But yeah, I'm a big fan. Solid work from JS Design. All right, guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.